bit awkward now.
Hi, Arthur.
That's been awkward.
Do you want to introduce us to your concept?
Well, this is part one of a series that we want to create called Midnight Musings, and where, right now it's 11:22 p.m. It's almost midnight, and we just talk about, I guess, the first thing that comes to mind.
And today, Arthur, what were you talking about?
Well, I follow this Korean. What's the word?
Model?
No, what did you do? CrossFit. It's Korean CrossFit.
Daddy.
Medical specialist.
He's also a dad.
He's also a dad, and obviously he's very, he's in fitness.
Aesthetically pleasing.
He's very, also into fitness and everything. Anyways, and he had an article today that said,
moist.
And he had an article today that said that shared how fat cells, if you do weight training exercises, the fat cells in your body, they shrink, they modify, right? So what weight training isn't just to build muscle, right? It actually affects your fat cells in a good way, which is to make them shrink. And I want, because Dad and I do calisthenics, so body weight mostly, right? So I wanted to make sure, well, if I do calisthenics, body weight training is the same effect. And so I texted him. I went on there and be like, hey, is this the same for body weight, calisthenics? And he was like, and he gave me an answer saying, yes, it is, right?
So he replied.
It's the same thing, and he replied, right? And it didn't dawn on me how amazing that was. How someone in Asia, halfway across the world, right, can send a message and have that person respond back, right? It's not. It's not just that he's like a specialist, right? Who's responding, but it's just somebody where you can communicate with for the first time, right? He doesn't know me. I don't know him. Well, I know of him, right? But then we don't know. Dylan, stop giving me that side eye, okay? Yes, he's attractive, okay, but I'm not in it to break his home, all right? I'm just saying how amazing he is as a person to share these stuff and then and then answer a question from somebody who he doesn't know, right? And the whole point is, I think it's amazing how we have come to a stage where in technology we can just contact somebody in the world. It's his night probably, and was my afternoon, right? And I thought, isn't that so amazing? Right?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And I think that we take this for granted. What are your thoughts, my dear?
I didn't realize that you're going to turn the camera on me. Well, I've kind of been more aware of it because I've grown up always away from my family. And I remember
family,
my extended family. Right? Did you ever have to go to...
I think most people are away from their extended families.
Anyways, what I mean is I had to go and buy... When I was a kid, I had to go buy international call cards. Did you ever have to do that?
No.
So you go and you buy these little cards that allow you to call internationally. And my dad didn't live with us, so we really did this primarily to talk to my dad. Because my dad lived 2 months away from us and 1 week with us, and then 2 months away, and it was a cycle for 5 years. And so in those time periods, in order to connect with him, we'd buy these call cards so we could communicate with him, right? And then, it quickly progressed to FaceTime, calls that were FaceTime. You didn't have to use landlines. It wasn't hugely expensive to call internationally anymore. Then I remember when it first came out, there was Viper or something. Do you remember Viper?
Viber. Yeah.
Viber, I never got onto Viber, but it was around that time period where it was the first time that people heard free calling internationally.
Yeah.
Right. And I just remember each step of the way, because I was very much part of the community that was constantly communicating internationally. Right. How amazing it was to be able to connect with people. Obviously the difference is that I never connected with random strangers, right? I mean, minus chat roulette or whatever. Like, you played that when you're like a 16-year-old or whatever, seeing whoever's on there. It's so weird. But, you know, like, nowadays with Instagram, because it's the portrayal of who we are as people, and we're so visible, right? Because we're so much more visible to the rest of the world, it doesn't feel as strange to reach out to somebody. You know what I mean? Like I can see their Instagram, I can see they have a common interest, I know what to ask them, right? I have a question, and I can reach out, right? It's not like I'm opening a Yellow Pages and choosing a random name, or chat roulette where you randomly link up with people. You can actively reach out to people who you do not know, who have an area of interest that match yours.
Yeah.
I think that's phenomenal. I mean, I'm sure other people have thought about this, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's our midnight musing.
It is. Good night.
Peace. Good night.